Hey guys, my name is Fire, and yesterday I actually ended up downloading Reddit on my phone and I decided to give it a shot. I have never really used Reddit and I've never really looked at Reddit, and I'm probably one of the only people in the Call of Duty community that doesn't look at Call of Duty Reddit, because there's a lot of people out there that do look at the Reddit page and post stuff up there, how they feel about the game, new leaks, different things like that. I thought it would be a good way to keep up to date with leaks and how people are feeling about the game, and I understand that the Call of Duty community is extremely toxic, and as well a lot of people think the weapons are overpowered and the weapon balance and everything's just terrible in these games, but I didn't realize this too much until I actually got Reddit. So yeah, I was scrolling through the World War II Reddit page and I came across a post that said the bar doesn't need nerfed, everything else needs buffed. Now, what he was talking about in this post, he was basically saying that the bar doesn't need nerfed because if it does get nerfed, there's going to be another rifle or something that's going to take over and take its place, and he basically, I think he said like the SVT or something, which is really not the next best assault rifle. I have no idea what he's on about with that, but yeah, he basically said that everything else needs buffed to be on par with the bar, and personally I think this is really bullshit. First of all, if the bar does get nerfed, people are not going to move on to another weapon. They're going to move on to another weapon, but not because that weapon's overpowered. People move on to weapons because they're else easy to use, consistent, or just easy to use weapons generally. Easy to use and consistent weapons are generally weapons that the community uses a lot, and people use them type of weapons because a lot of people just like to have fun in video games. A lot of people don't want to use the rest of the weapons, they just want to have a fun time and kill people. And how do you do that? You use more powerful weapons and easier and more consistent to use weapons that you generally do more well with. A lot of people do better with the bar, and personally, as I've said, I don't think the bar is really that overpowered. So coming from my experience, or coming from my perspective, I think that yeah, they're going to move on to another weapon, but this is going to happen with everything. I think the bar might need a little bit of a nerf, and it is getting a bit of a nerf, so I think that's fine. I think it's great actually, but if you buff every single other weapon, what do you think's going to happen? Do you think that magically people are going to start using different types of weapons? No, they're not going to. They're going to stick with the low recoil consistent weapon, which right now is the bar, unless they make every single weapon a one-shot in core and then just absolutely destroy the bar. Then no, people are generally just going to stick with the bar anyway because it's an easy to use assault rifle and it's consistent. It feels consistent and it feels good to use. That's what people go with in Call of Duty, and that's why it's used a lot. Now, as I said, I do think it might need a little bit of a buff, or a nerf even, but it's really not as bad as this guy's making. I don't even know what this guy's thinking, because if they end up buffing every single weapon, people are just going to get melted left, right and center, and people are going to get so frustrated at the game. I like slower time to kill in Call of Duty because one, you don't get absolutely melted, even though you still do get melted. In every Call of Duty game, it really doesn't matter on the time to kill. You're going to get melted at different instances, and at other instances, you're going to melt other people. That's the way Call of Duty works. That's the way video games or first-person shooters, for example, work. So you're going to have times like that, but I personally prefer the slower time to kill. The reason being is because I like having more of a gun skill involved. Say if you're playing hardcore, it's really whoever has the better snap-on accuracy and the better reaction time is going to win that gunfight. It doesn't come down to complete gun skill. I guess snap-on reaction time and having the skill to be able to snap on with good aim and react fast is technically gun skill, but it's not as much gun skill focused in if someone has like a good bit of health and you have to keep your accuracy on them. That's the hard part within a gunfight, is not losing your accuracy and being able to maintain that throughout the entire gunfight. Anyway guys, that's pretty much all I wanted to talk about in today's video. I just wanted to make this quick little video. I kind of just wanted to say that if anyone's considering every single weapon he's buffed, just don't. The Call of Duty community is very stupid, and I think this is one of the most toxic communities out there. There is other games out there, and even Overwatch is one of the most non-toxic communities out there. They still have a lot of toxicity in their community. Every single video game has some amount of toxicity in there, but especially the Call of Duty community. I think it's because Call of Duty has that type of game where you die a lot, and it kind of feels kind of inconsistent a lot of the times, and it's a very rage heavy game. Like other games, sure, first person shooters, especially if you're playing like Overwatch, Comp, Battlefield, no matter what you're playing, if you're not playing well and you're just getting melted, it's going to be ragey. But especially Call of Duty is extremely known for that because of its the way you die and the way you kill people and the way its gunfights play out. It's very inconsistent, may I say. So yeah, as I said, that's all I wanted to talk about, guys. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. And yeah, I'll see you guys next one. Peace out.
Enemy care package observed.